Hi everyone, this is Dave Magadan for Inside Baseball. I'm going to talk to you about first step quickness, especially at third base. There was a drill that I did as a minor league player with Sam Perlazzo, and he basically had a huge part in saving my career. I was a liability playing third base, had terrible first step quickness, didn't know when to dive, didn't know when to stay on my feet. So he did a drill with me with a chain link fence. Some of you have probably played pepper, hitting balls to a buddy of yours up against a chain link fence. That's basically what Sam did with me. We took 3 poles of coverage. I had to cover that area, and if the ball hit the chain link fence within that area, it was not a good thing. He would get about 50 feet away from me with a fungo and just fire balls at me, and where I had to just react with one step to my right or to my left and make the decision when to dive, when not to dive. And it's the first time anybody had ever done anything like that with me. And I always had pretty good hands at third, but as far as my decision making on diving and not diving and really having that good first step quickness, I'd never really done anything like this before. So we would go up against a chain link fence. Every single day, he would fire fungos at me, and it made me twice the third baseman that I was when I first started doing it. And I continued to do that drill throughout my career, especially when I felt like I wasn't getting good breaks on balls. I'd get a coach to put me up against a chain link fence just like this one and just fire fungos at me to where I was just reacting to my right and reacting to my left and then diving, because obviously that coverage area with the poles on the far left and the far right, it's an area that if the ball's hit hard enough, I'm going to have to dive to get to it. And it just really improved my decision-making process on those plays. And then we incorporated that. We started doing that to react and catch a ball, and then when I would dive, I worked on getting back up, because a lot of guys don't know how to get up off the ground. It takes forever. The really good infielders, Omar Vizquel, Brett Boone comes to mind, Dustin Pedroia, when they dive and they catch a ball, they're up and throwing the ball quicker than anybody I've ever seen. And that's something you have to work on. Dustin Pedroia works on that. He takes ground balls in spring training. He's working on diving for balls and getting up and throwing the ball to whatever base. So if you don't work on it and you don't practice it, it's going to be tough to do it in the game. So the more you can do it and incorporate those kinds of things into drills like that, it's going to make you a better ball player.